Good morning, everybody. It's Nick from Meat Smoke Fire here with Pickle, otherwise known as Lexi, my niece. And today we are gonna cook flatbreads and pizzas. One of your favourites, right?
Yeah.
So Lexi's gonna cook some. I'm gonna cook some. I'm gonna try a few different things. So, but first, we've got to introduce everyone, don't we? So let's grab the camera. On camera.
Morning.
Andrea, not so sunny this week.
No, not
bad.
happy. Windy.
Windy, cold.
Yeah.
No, it's not cold. It's all right. Look at all these people waving. Awesome. And then round on the bench, or on the bar, at the bar, Helena, as ever, on keyboard, and Mama on the Prosecco.
I feel like I might be
Yeah.
playing the keyboard.
Yeah. Helena's on the keyboard, Mama's on the Prosecco, as usual. We said we should have done. She doesn't like Aperol Spritz, so I was going to do her a Spritz, but she doesn't like those. So anyway, right, let's flip round. So, sorry Andrew, that was really rubbish.
Oh, we've just taken a screenshot, I think.
Oh,
That's all right, gone.
yeah, cool.
All good.
Sorry peeps. Right, so one new thing. So we're going to use three things today. So we're going to use a brand new pizza oven, the Diavolo from Della Vita. So I've got it swizzled a little bit because the wind is howling. So I've just turned it a little bit just to let it be okay in the wind. I have literally only just turned this on, so 5 minutes ago. So it's just starting to warm up. I forgot to turn it on, so we're going to use that. So this is the Diavolo. So it's a cheaper pizza oven from Della Vita, 350 quid, and it includes a pizza peel, an infrared gun, not this one, this is mine, an infrared gun, a folding pizza peel. It's got this little mantle at the front, so when you pull your pizzas out it's easier to turn them.
The cable
gas. The things, the gas, a cover and a carry handle, all for 350 quid. So we're going to talk about, somebody's asked, how's it compared to the Rockbox? So I will tell you, since I've owned both. We're going to use the Della Vita, normal Della Vita pizza oven. So I've got all the flame on in there, we've lit that, got it warmed up, so that's ready to go. And we're going to use this big green egg over here. So at the moment, sitting at 220, I'll turn it up in a bit, we'll use that a bit later on. So we're going to start with these two and then move to this. But this one, if I open it and show you, we've got just the convector in here. I've not got any expander system in here today, so we've just got convector in here, stainless steel grid, pizza stone, just all the standard kit, filled with charcoal. The key to doing good pizza on the big green egg is to get good airflow, and therefore I just cleaned it out this morning, put fresh charcoal in. I just put the old charcoal into my old egg of the other eggs, and so it's got brand new charcoal. I cleaned the whole lot out, and you'll see we should be able to get this way up. We'll probably go for 300, 350 degrees, but we should be able to get it there quite easily. I've just turned it on just to warm it up and get us there. So there you go. So Helena, who have we got on?
Oh, okay. So I think Ash was first to join this morning.
Yeah.
Good morning, Ash.
Morning, Ash. And then Darren's on.
Morning, Darren.
Grow, Grill, Eat.
Morning, Grow Grill Eat.
Ben Jarvis.
Morning, Ben.
Bunter Jackson.
Morning, Buns Jackson.
Finch and Fire.
Morning, Finch and Fire.
Mark Tomo.
Morning, Mark.
Ooh,
I'm not going to say morning to everyone. I always do.
Skinny Boy Barbecue.
Morning.
22.
Skinny Boy Barbecue.
Bedo Barbecue. Jeanette.
Morning, Jeanette.
Gary, Mark, Tomo, Vicky Mumford, who else?
Wow.
Yeah, lots
Wow,
of people.
loads, all here to see us do pizzas and flatbreads and something new. So we're going to start by doing Flammkuchen. Flammkuchen, get it right. German, almost like a pizza, but not a pizza. There's no tomato on it. There's no...
You can. But
Yeah, you can, but we're going to do it without. We did it yesterday. It was delicious. So we're going to do those. The French call it tarte aux flammes or something, don't they?
Tart flambe.
Tarte flambe or something like that. Tarte aux flammes, that's what am I talking about? Jeez, and I went to uni in France. What a muppet. Anyway, so we're going to do it. We've already made the dough, but I'll tell you what the dough is because it's dead easy. We already made it because it's just good to let it sit. But Lexi's going to roll one. I'm going to roll one. And we're going to do them in the two different ovens to see what the difference is. So, let's go over here. Let me just see how this oven's doing in terms of warming up. So we're at 190 at the front and 290 at the back, and that has been on 10 minutes. That's not bad going. This one has been on for about 40 minutes, an hour, 400 at the back, 270 at the front. So that one's about half the temperature, but it has only been on 10 minutes. So that is pretty good going. Right, we have a dough. So in here, Lexi and I are going to do one of these each.
No pressure, Lexi.
No. So we've got a dough. This dough is just flour, water, a tiny bit of salt, and some oil. So it's 260 grams of flour. It is about 150 grams of water, a quarter of a teaspoon of salt, and 2 tablespoons of olive oil, something like that. So we're going to pull off some bits of this. Well, what we do need, Alex, is we need a bit of flour to stop it sticking to our board. We need a rolling pin each. There's yours. And we'll get some flour. Yeah, this is a flatbread crust. There's no raising agent in this at all. There's just water. So if it puffs up, it's just because the water is. This flour's going to go everywhere today. It's howling.
You just took the words out of my mouth.
So this is going to make an interesting day. Right, there's a piece for you about that big. I'm going to talk her through it. So, right, I'm going to have about the same size. Yeah. I'll put that out of the way for a second.
I'm trying to get in position so I've got both.
So we'll get a bit of flour on your board. Same for me. Now these are going to be, as we say, flatbreads. I know I'm going to lose this flour everywhere by the end of this. So, right, what we're going to do is we're going to pull it into the middle. Do you remember this? That's it. And then turn it a little bit. Just pull it and turn it, pull it and turn it, pull it and turn it. She's a pro, look at that. That's enough. And then just turn it over. And what that'll have done is it'll stretch the surface of the dough, but it'll also make it quite nice and round. So then we can flatten it a bit with our hand, and then we can roll it out. And we want these really thin. Okay? So you can roll it a bit and turn it. If it sticks to your rolling pin, just put a bit of flour on it. And get these nice and thin. Right. How are you getting on? Put a bit of weight on it. You need to be heavy like me.
Come on. Press. Good girl.
That's it. Looking good. So these need to be like 2 or 3 millimeters thick. They're really thin bits of dough. That looks great. Right. Keep going, Lex, and then turn it round. That's it. Right. While she's doing that, let's talk about pizza peels. So the easiest way to get your pizza in and out of the oven is using a pizza peel. So I've got a variety here.
Just a couple.
Just a couple. So this is the pizza peel that comes with the Diavolo. So it's a foldable one. So the handle folds away so it doesn't take much space. Quite like that. So you can just bend it out, clip it in, and that will go under a pizza and pick up quite nicely. A bit like the one that comes with a rock box, it's got slots in to drop all excess flour out. Kind of like that. So that's one. The big green egg one is aluminium. Same sort of deal. It will go under and pick up a pizza. As long as your dough is fairly dry, it should be easy to get underneath. It's only when they're wet will it stick. So that's big green eggs aluminium pizza peel. Okay, like it. This is the one that you can buy with the big Della Vita. I think it costs quite a lot of money, but it's heavy and it's nice, and I like it. And it definitely picks up easily. And then our old favourite, which unfortunately doesn't fit in either of these pizza ovens, but we love this. We'll use it on that one. This is our super peel. And it's got like a little conveyor belt on it, and I'm sure I've showed it to you before, but the idea is you put it by your dough, you hold the conveyor belt and you just push the the peel. You don't move, you keep this hand steady and you do that. So you put it like that and then just push the peel and it will pick it up. So if you've got a wet dough inside and you're struggling with picking them up, this is excellent. It's called a super peel and you can get it from Bakery Bits. So you hold this hand still and just push the wooden bit. I bet even Lex, she's never done this, have you? Right, so hold that hand still, push with a peel.
Yeah.
Professional. There you go. It's as easy as that. I have seen people take ages to. Helena can't do it, she's saying. So yeah, dead easy. Then to get it off, it's exactly the opposite. Hold this hand still, pull the peel away.
Superb.
Anyway, right.
So, nicely rolled, Lex.
Yeah.
Good job.
Awesome. So we've got two lovely pizzas here.
Yeah.
What we will do is just put a tiny bit of flour underneath them, just to make sure that they don't stick while we build them. So let's just. What you don't want to do. Hair, whose is that? That's Helena's, isn't it? Jeez. What you don't want to do is have your pizza get wet and then stick to the surface. So the key is to keep your board dry in some way. Now for these we're just using flour. For a normal pizza I'd use semolina, which I've left inside, or polenta. If you go into a normal pizzeria, you'll see them with bright yellow, a pile of bright yellow stuff. It's polenta, really fine polenta, and they'll be making them on polenta. It also gives the surface of the pizza a lovely crunch. So, right Lexi, we're going to take some creme fraiche. Should have opened this earlier.
Oh, Lexi can help you open stuff.
Oh, I know.
We know that.
I've just failed to open a jar of pickled jalapenos, and guess who opened them?
Oh,
She did that on camera last time, didn't she?
Yeah.
Embarrassed me. Yeah, she may look like a 13-year-old that she is, but she's got muscles of steel. Right. I'll get both of us. We can both make one of these at the same time. So what we're going to do is we're going to grab a good dollop. That's a good dollop.
Right.
Chuck it on, and then we're just going to spread it out. So hold your dough in place. So this is just creme fraiche. So this is going to be almost a white pizza, but it's not a pizza. This is a Flammkuchen.
We could actually get the audience to rate your
Oh,
plates.
don't set me up. Right, get it right near the edges, but not.
Get the audience to rate the plate.
That's what we just said.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
sorry, I thought it was us.
No.
Meant that audience.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, you're
Yeah.
naturally going to, because you're going to get first dibs on them.
So get it nicely up to the edges. The way I like to do it is just. You see that? You're just pushing the spoon around, following the edges. And if it's got a little bit of a heat, that's lovely. Look at that.
Nice.
Nice. Cool. Looking good. Right, to these we need to add. I'll do this bit because I don't want you shaving your fingers off. Some nutmeg. You probably could do this. You're fine
Of
with
course you
this.
can.
You're fine with this. It's just
She's
me who
cooking all
takes.
the time, aren't you, Lex?
It's only me who takes my fingernails off. So we're going to take a bit of nutmeg, but not much, and just a little bit of nutmeg.
Oh, yeah. Well spotted.
What's that?
Do we want to move that
Oh
into
yeah.
the-
Oh dear.
Do you want to drop that into the fridge for
We'll
a minute?
yeah we
or-
might we'll pop that in. This is chocolate for later. I've chopped up nicely. It's now melted nicely.
Well spotted, Lex.
Yeah, I'll pop that in
Ooh.
there, and I'll pop those in there. Yeah, see. Now don't go too heavy. That's the key. So it needs about a quarter of a teaspoon on a thing this size.
Good girl. Loving it.
It's on fire. Cool. Right, looking good. A little bit more over there. The wind's getting it. That's the trouble. Right, lovely. Now, already pre-cooked, but you could do these. We just did them in a cast iron pan. We pre-cooked them. We've got some lardons. So bacon essentially pickled. So you want to pick up some of these and just, sorry, I call her pickle. If you hear me call her pickle, her name's Lexi, I call her pickle. Always have done. You need a few more than that. Get the bacon in there. And then we're going to pop some, I've sauteed, caramelised some onions. So we're going to sprinkle some onions around. Looking lush. Right. Looking good. A few more onions, I reckon. See, if I've helped her, now you can't vote hers the best because I helped.
No, you can. Exactly. Well done.
Right, shall we wash our hands? Give it a little rinse. Oh, I've got a towel. You got a towel? No, just use my towel. There we go. Right. So, this pizza oven. Let's just show you. I don't know if you can see this, Andrea. But this has been on what? 20 minutes. The front of this is at 250, not far in, it's at 300. At the back, it's at 400. So it's heated up really, really quickly. Now the great thing about that is you can fire it up, you can cook pizza really quickly. The bad thing about that is it will cool down equally as fast. So really it's good for pizzas. It's not like the Della Vita wood-fired oven that you could cook all sorts in there, you know, slow roast and all those sorts of things.
This is more instant.
This is more instant, great for pizzas though. So let's try it. Oh, we forgot to do our... Oh. So, well, we'll do it like this. I'm going to cook Lexi's first. So we'll go in. I'm going to get, now there is another type of peel that I haven't talked about, and that's one that looks a bit like my chopping board on it. That, it's a turning peel. So what we're going to do, if you come and have a look, Andrea,
Yeah.
we'll get it in there, we'll launch it towards the back, and then because we cut these so thin, they're going to cook really quickly. And what you should be able to see, can you see at the back, it's already bubbling up. So what I'm going to do is turn the flame down a little bit on this one, because I can. And then I'm going to come this side view, and I'm going to start. So a turning peel, and you get underneath it, and you go to one edge, and you just lift it, and use the weight to spin the, and you can see this side's already cooking.
I smell that already.
Oh. Leave it a little bit, and then we'll turn it out. Because it's hotter at the back bit's going to cook faster. So that's why you need a turning peel on an oven like this. So we'll just turn it, pop it back in, and we'll just keep spinning it a little bit. So it is a bit, you know, and you can bring it out, you can have a look at it, and that's the beauty with this little mantle, this little ledge at the front. So you can have a look how you're doing, and pop it back in. And it's all puffing up in the middle, so all the dough is going to be cooked through because it's really thin. What we tried last night is we also cooked the dough first. We'll do it with the sweet ones. But you can see that's probably about 1.5 minutes, something like that. And I'm catching the edge, which I shouldn't be. I'm going to call that as done. It's all bubbling away. If we lift up the bottom, can you see it's got a lovely base. We'll take it out and we'll go and hopefully not drop it and give it over to these guys. So there is your first Flammkuchen. That's a Lexi Flammkuchen.
Well, I won't cut it up yet.
No.
I'm just going to check I've got some flame going in mine. I haven't, so I just want to that in it. I'll tell you in a second. I'm going to put a couple of logs in. A couple of bits of wood in. Now in a pizza oven like this you want a little bit of a rolling flame over the top, so I've just put a couple of extra bits of wood in there. They'll light in about a couple of seconds, and we'll put a pizza in. So let's grab on this same peel. Whoop. It's alright. So I'm going to get my Flammkuchen.
Where are we going?
I'm going to go over here. I'm just going to get my little blow pipe just to get the flame going. Probably going to go as soon as I'm here. There we go. We've got a flame. If that's all right. So this is wood fired only. I'm going to go straight in with this. So in exactly the same way, I'm going to get my little turning peel. Now with a pizza oven like this, or a wood-fired oven like this, you know when it's hot enough. It's when the flame's coming over the top and it clears all the soot off. Yeah, it's difficult to see in that one, isn't it, today?
It's probably not making a good video, I do apologise.
But we'll just spin it round, keep turning it just like we did the other. And this is going to cook in pretty much the same amount of time. Now what you can do with this is, and the other one, is if you want to cook the top more, you can get your peel under and just lift it up to the roof. But you can see this is cooking nicely. Now this will hold its heat much better than the other. Yeah, you see the flame going in there now. Alright, another 20 seconds max. I'm going to lift it up to the roof.
Nick,
All these pro tips that, you know.
Nick,
Yeah.
people are asking what stone temperature do you aim for?
Somewhere around 350, 400 degrees. Same as we would in the big green egg. We're going to get the egg up to 300, 350. And there's my Flammkuchen. So let's put them next to each other.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, Andrea. So our two Flammkuchen look very similar. They look great.
Oh,
So come on, ladies, let's have a.
I got your knife and fork to try and.
Yeah, oh, it's you lot, you
Yeah,
guys.
I was going to say, cut it in
Where's
small
Nana?
pieces,
Oh, you want
and then
to cut it in small? Do you want me to chop it up?
why don't you chop it up and then everyone can try a small
it,
piece?
I'll put it on the board. I've got my pizza chopper somewhere.
Yeah, I bought
Let's
it
see.
out.
Hang on. So we'll chop it up. So this was Lexi's. In fact, what I should have done is use the pizza peel to pick it all up. Anyway, right. So there's Lexi's.
How do people? Some people struggle to get their pizza off the peel. What are your
Okay,
tips?
so I'm going to go through that as we do it on a normal pizza as opposed to these. So. Oh, I made a mess of that. Anyway. Yeah, so Lexi's not a fan of her own one. I mean, mine she'd love, obviously. I'm joking. I'll eat yours. So what do you think, guys? Come on, Mama, Helena, try them.
So Steve from Churchwood Fishery says, how long would the heat be good for on the Delavita?
That one
Oh,
or that one?
Both.
They're both Delavitas. So I think, well, I spoke to Marco,
Gas one.
the gas one. He used it all day at Spoker. So cook pizzas for the whole day on one, on a bottle of gas. It'll go for 20 odd hours on one bottle of gas. So I like these. Lexi doesn't like it.
I like it.
Oh wow, good. Well, that was yours, wasn't it? I tried.
When we make her fruit one, we might need to leave
But what you should be able to see, lovely base to it. Nice. Yeah, it's creamy. It is a. It's not a kid's flavour, this one, but we'll try the other one.
She won't like the creme fraiche on the sweet one, so we'll need to
We'll change yours up. But lovely. Both really good. Love these. What do we think?
Very good.
I'll try the other one.
It's the nutmeg as well. You probably don't like that, Lexi. Right. Sorry, talking to my mouth full. Things you don't want to do. Get your board wet or sticky or... So, what we're going to do, we're going to do another Flammkuchen, but we're going to do it as a sweet one. So if you've got your board slightly damp like I have, make sure you get flour on it and get those bits off. Yours is fine. So we'll take that out of the way for you. So we're going to make another one, Lexi. So same again. I'll get you a bit more flour in a second. You need to put a towel over the top of that, stop it drying out. Oh, mine's tiny. Go out in there. So a little bit of flour on your board. Do the same. And what we're going to do is we're going to do them the other way this way. So we're going to cook the dough first and then we're going to cook. Right. So fold it into the middle, get it round.
Oh, you've done
Yours.
already, Ruth.
Start rolling it out. I'm going to just use this little, the Diavolo, to do these ones. Diavolo. So get them nice and thin again. No, there's no oil on them. It's just the dough.
Need a bit more flour, Lexi.
Yes.
Yep, a bit more flour. I'll do the same. Do that. Any other questions? Whoops, that's all right. So get it nice and thin. I'm going to use Lexi's oven while she's finishing rolling hers. I'm going to cook this one. So I'll just show you what we did yesterday. Because the first one we had, the dough was a little bit raw in the middle. It's much better. It's hotter. That's why. So we pop this in. You want to swap sides, Andrea,
Yep.
and then you'll see how quickly this goes. So we're going in. Just going to get my turning peel. You should see it start to puff at the back corner. There it's starting, just starting. And then it will go. So you can see it's puffing up.
Oh, yeah.
It's coming towards the halfway. So what I'm going to do is get in here to spin it, turn it round. Now I'm not brilliant at doing that, but what you should see is it will turn out like a football in a second. Oof. We'll spin it.
That takes no time to do.
Done.
does it?
That's cooked. That's a fully cooked dough. So there's one for me. Should we do yours? Shouldn't do it on the turning peel, but we're going to. And then we're going to do a sweet version of this. I don't know if Lexi will like this or not, but we're going to do it. So again, it's starting to puff already. It's a demon, this little thing. Doesn't Diavolo mean devil? I don't know. There you go, look at that go.
Lex, yours is epic.
Look
at
at
it.
that. Spin it round. It's a really thin dough, so it's going to cook quickly. But that's done. Right, so we're going to go out. So what we're going to do with these ones, Lexi, we've got a bit of creme fraiche left in there. But I'm going to do, okay. I was going to do it with honey though. Okay. Don't like the creme fraiche. How am I going to make yours a sweet one? I would just do with honey with yours. Yeah. Right. So, runny honey. Now this will, let's flatten it a bit. So when you're doing this, be careful because it is steam inside. It will burn your hands. Bit of honey. Come on, where's your, in the fridge, your little packet. So mine, I'm going to add some honey to this one. I don't want to use it all, so I'm just going to spoon some out into this one, and we'll
They're here.
yeah. What do you want? Oh, you can open those and sprinkle them over it. I'm going to put a bit of honey into my creme fraiche, sweeten it, and what we did this as well last night, it makes it like custard. It was absolutely delicious. Whoop, making a mess. So I'm going to put this around mine. So this is just creme fraiche and a bit of honey in there. Delicious. Now I'm going to go for, do you want cherries? You can have cherries. I think you go for cherries. I'm going to go
Do
for...
you even like cherries, Lexi?
Yeah.
Oh, that's all right. I'm going to go for figs. So I'm just going to take the top off my fig. I'm going to slice it.
Your brother's just joined us.
Wow, what's he not doing in the gym?
He's just rumbled, you eating chocolate.
Right, I've got figs on mine. I'm going to get that dark chocolate. He's a bit melted. Oh dear, this will be... That's all right. I'll just chop it up a bit. That's fine.
How's yours looking? How was that again?
Somebody's going to be happy. Right. So let's see if we can... Are you still eating those? Are you sharing? No. Right, we'll put my pizza peel. So we'll go on, we'll put yours in here.
Lex, come and just stand behind me and look what your brother wrote. Oh, can you see it?
So we've gone in.
Oh, it's Lex. Is this Lexi's in?
Lexi's. See all the honey bubbling. Might get a bit hot, so I'm going to turn it down. I'm going to set it on fire in a
Oh
moment.
man, you can smell that.
So I'm going to move it out a bit because it just got still a little bit hot at the back. So I've just turned it down. Which is the beauty of
And
these
brought
is
it
you
forward as
brought it
well.
forward. But the beauty of these is you can turn them down. You see all that chocolate and honey melting. Now you're going to have to let this cool down.
Smell that.
You're going to have to let it cool down because that is like bubbling honey. Look.
Yeah, that would do
I
some-
will say that is looking
What do you reckon, Lex?
lovely. Right, we'll put that on a different
How
plate.
interesting is that? We
There you
like
go.
these random
So in
things.
5 minutes you can eat that.
Right, I'm just gonna. Oh, I can smell it. Oh,
I'm going to
Lex.
put mine on this one.
Right, coming over.
Now, looks like I've lost a flame, so I'm going to get another little log. I can just pop this without dropping it on my pizza at the back. Just dropped a log there, that's alright. And that should start flaming in a second, but the little flame over the top will help you get that crispy top. Now, so pizza on this is going to cook so much faster than a pizza on an egg. But we'll demo that in a minute. How are we doing for time? We're doing alright.
12:03.
Yeah, we're going to then just make a pizza each. I don't want that one, I want my turning wheel. So, in we go. Lexi is hoovering the chocolate buttons
Yeah.
as we speak. That's looking lush. Just going to lift it up. Just cook the top. So if you look at the bottom, we've got the bottom already cooked.
Because that's how hot it is in there.
Oh yeah, it's hot.
Yeah, it
There we
does
go. It's all
smell.
melted.
Oh.
You could put some honey over those
Yeah,
figs
you
as well.
could,
They'd be
yeah.
lush. I'm just going to give them 20 seconds.
Lexi, do you want to just grab another plate?
Yeah. And then we're going to make proper pizza. Well, we're not. We're going to make two different ones. Right. I'm going to call that. That's
Right.
going to be a lovely little.
Yep.
There you go. Right. So while those cool down, let's make some proper pizza pickle. Can you say that? So it's like a nurse, like a tongue twister. That. We've got stuff everywhere. Right. That can go in the creme fraiche.
Just clear up a bit.
No, we're good. We're good. We can get that out of the way. Right. So let's talk about proper pizza dough. So one thing with your pizza, somebody asked, how do you stop your pizza sticking from the peel? Make sure your peel is dry. Don't ever, I'm going to nick this, in fact I'll do it on here. If you get anything wet on it, dry it off. As soon as you get water on it or anything damp on it, it's going to stick. The dough's going to stick to it. Right, over here. Now I have made, do you want a big pizza or a little pizza? Put it in mine. Right. Over here we've made some pizza dough. So I made this last night. If you can, put in less yeast and make it and put it overnight. And what I did this morning then is got up fairly early and put it in, split it into balls and put it in one of these boxes with the cover on, and that allows it then to puff up.
Look at them.
If you want to stretch a pizza, i.e. pull it out with your hands, you have to let it go through this process. If you knock it back, if you take the dough and you knock it back, and then it will be too firm to pull with your hand. You'll have to ball it. You'll have to roll it.
Can I cut one of these up?
Yeah. Yeah. So we're going to use semolina. I haven't got any polenta, so we're going to use semolina. So you're going to get a good amount of semolina on there. Yeah. I'm going to do the same on mine.
Are you going to be throwing it on your hands?
Are we going to throw it up in the air?
Yeah.
Oh, we might do, but the roof will get in the way. Right. What you need? Oh, I haven't got one of my bread scoops.
I'll go and get one.
Go. Helen's going to get me a bread scoop. So we're going to make two. You're going to make a traditional tomato-based one. I'm going to make a white-based pizza. But what we're going to do? What we need is a little scoop to get under these and pick them up, because these are just full of air now. All soft and fluffy.
That one's good.
Do you want that one?
Yeah, it looks
Oh,
so
okay.
perfect.
Oh, which one? Hold on.
She wants this one. So basically this is
That one's
500
yours.
grams of flour, 320 grams of water, so a bit extra, 2 tablespoons of olive oil, 7 grams of yeast, only 7 grams, no, it's a bit less than that, it's 3.5 grams of yeast, half a thing of yeast, because I've left it to prove overnight in the fridge. Right, so we're going to get in there. Pick yours out, look at that. I'm going to grab this one and get underneath it, plop it on our semolina. Right, if you want, you can flip it over to get a bit of semolina on the top as well. Yeah? And that'll stop your fingers from sticking to it. And now what we're going to do is push it out, but you want to push it out into a ring, but keep a little bit around the edge that you don't touch. If you get these bubbles like this, just pop them. Yeah? You can be quite forceful, push them down. So there's another bubble there, pop it, because they'll just blow up when you put them in the oven. Oh, that's great, legs. You can go a little bit closer to the edges. So probably a centimetre from the edge. Yeah. And just keep pushing it out, and then push the middle, and you can see it's starting to stretch out. That's great. Yeah, it's just pushed down, so put a lot of weight on it.
Don't be scared, Luke.
Yeah. You're not.
Excuse me.
Right, and then what we're going to do, we're going to pick it up. You're going to hold it in 2 hands,
Can I get you back in? Yeah.
and then you're just going to pull it a little bit. Yeah, and then you're going to move round a bit and pull it a little bit. Move round and pull it a little bit, just a little. And what's happening is the weight of the pizza, while you're stretching the edges, the weight of the dough is making it bigger. Is yours going bigger? Yeah. You see how big that's getting? Yeah.
Keep going.
So keep going. So you can pull it. Just when you've got it, you can just pull it. So you're stretching the dough bit. Does that make sense? Just be careful with it. If you get a little hole, don't worry. We can patch holes. It's better not to, but okay. When you've got it big enough, you can get your hands under. Make your hands into fists and put them underneath, both of them, and then you can stretch the whole thing on your fists. So you can just move your hands apart. Yeah. And this is where you see the guys in Italy are throwing it up in the air and catching it. But how's your dough doing? It's doing good. So you should, and what you're trying to do is just stretch it in your hands until you've got a decent size
Go,
pizza.
keep going. Excellent, Lex.
Yeah, that's cool. You've got a great pizza there. So let's flatten that out, pop it down. Then you can always just pull it out with your hands. But that is a great pizza. So let's get you some sauce. So let's do Lexi. So
Please, good girl. Good effort.
So I have bought some special.
Just saying, I think yours is actually rounder.
Okay. So you want some sauce on here. So I bought proper Muti tin tomato. So we're just going to push that. And you want to push it up to the edges. So you don't want too much. Less is more on a pizza. So spread it out a bit like that. Yeah, that we're going to do one on the egg. Yeah, I'll do mine on the egg. Yeah, we're going to do one on the egg. We'll do one here. So, and I'll probably make another and we'll do it over there. Right, so you got that. What else do you like on your pizza?
Cheese.
Cheese. Do you like fake cheese or real cheese?
Real cheese.
Real cheese. I thought you might.
She's posh. She's classy.
So let me just get some real cheese and chop it, open it up for you. Right, I've got some cheese, so I'm just going to chop it for you. Cheese and chocolate, always a good combo. I'll probably do. So what you need to do is take these bits and just break them and sprinkle them. I'll let you finish it. There's some more there if you need it. What else do you like on your pizza, Lexi?
Just likes it like that, don't you?
Do you want a bit of chorizo?
Yes, please.
Chorizo or pepperoni?
Chorizo.
It's a little spicy,
Yeah, she's alright.
a little bit. So you can put a few of those on there. Don't go too mad. Are we good? Yeah? Now I'm going to do slightly different pizza. So while Lexi finishes hers, I'm just going to we're going to go for a white pizza here. So I'm just going to slice up I've got some part boiled potatoes. So that probably is, we'll do one more. Some part boiled potatoes. We're going to do this one on the egg, just to show you. So part boiled potatoes, but what I've got is some garlic. So I'm going to grab a little spoon, get some garlic, and I'm just going to spread it around. This is just a garlic paste. Now the purpose of the semolina, semolina is A, crispy, and B, it doesn't soak up water. So it should stop your pizza from sticking to your board. So if you just use flour underneath it, it's going to stick a bit. So we're going to put some potatoes on here. This is such a simple pizza. This one is a Della Vita pizza, they call these, I think. It's a pizza pomodoro or something like that. I don't know. Making it up now. We'll get some of that. But let's get Lexi's cooking and then we'll finish mine. So you can see how easily that went onto the board. Yeah, because it's got the semolina underneath. And that can go straight into here. And I'll get my turning peel again. Now this isn't going to take long at all to cook. Turn it up again. I don't want it too high. See the back already puffing up, so we need to spin it. What we're trying to do here is cook the base, keep the pizza spinning round, get a nice puffy edge. Don't want to burn it. And you see we've got a flame there, that's coming off where there was excess semolina. It's already starting to puff nicely. Which one have you just tried? Oh, you've got the chocolate and the honey. And cherries. Somebody's happy. Doing dessert first.
Can break the rules this weekend, aren't we, Lex?
Yeah, Lexi's staying with us this weekend, so look at that puffing up. I'm going to turn it down. I'm going to burn it, look.
Don't burn it.
Let's take it out while that...
Oh.
You see that excess semolina in there? That's why I should have used the one that comes with it. It's got the slot in it. Let me just get my pizza peel. What you can do is just take it out and then just push it. I'm just going to push that to the back, out of the way, and get our pizza back in. Now, you'll see what I'm not doing is going over there to put my pizza on the egg yet, because I don't want to burn this. They cook so quickly on these that I don't want to mess it up. I'm just going to open the vents though on my egg a little bit.
Oh, 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 oh. Hello.
It's burning.
Yeah.
It's alright, I'm coming.
Thank you.
Alright, oh I have, look. Caught the edge, pickle. That's me. See, that's exactly why you don't want to walk away. But what you do want to do is get the top cooked. So we're just going to lift it, tilt it up there. You can see on the bottom, look. You can see the bottom's lovely and crispy. Just need a little bit more on the top. So we're going to leave that a second. to do is turn it up. Get that flame rolling over the top. That's the beauty of a pizza oven. If you've got a hot flame going over the top, it will cook. Sorry, I've burnt this bit, pickle.
But we can cut that bit off.
Yeah. Right, I'm going to a tiny bit more. Now, if you use grated mozzarella, it will brown. If you use the posh mozzarella, it goes quite watery. We can make you another one in a minute. Right, so there you go. That's not my finest. Whoops. Right, let's have a look at mine though. Right, so we've got our garlic. We've got our potato. I'm just going to grab some rosemary. So the beauty of having a garden just there, a herb garden just there, I'm going to chop it a tiny bit. And we're just going to keep this one simple. So rosemary going on there. We'll get rid of some of this excess because I don't want all of that. What I do want is some oil over the top just to help it cook. And then hopefully we haven't left it for too long sitting on a... No. See that semolina helps it straight on and off there. I'm going to go in here. So this is up at 300 degrees, a bit over. In we go. And that's going to take 5 or 6 minutes.
So what was the temperature on that?
So this is at 300. Now, Big Green Egg have started doing pizza wedges for these. I've used them. As far as I can tell, I don't think you get a much better pizza from the pizza wedges, but you do see how it's cooking. You can see what's going on. So it does make it easier in that respect. In terms of the quality of the pizza that comes off it, doesn't make a huge amount of difference. What does make a difference is using polenta or semolina to help get it on and off. Always have your convector with the feet up so that there's a space between that and your baking stone, and then get everything hot. I've just let all that hot air out, it's just the temperature's dropped, but it will come back. But get everything nice and hot in there, because what you want to do, you want your dome to be already nice and warm so it cooks the top. You don't really get a rolling flame over the top with the pizza wedges, and you definitely don't get a rolling flame when you've got the top like this. We'll cook you another one that I don't burn. Lexi. That's me. Might have said, whatever you do, don't take your eye off it, and I walked away and took my eye off it and burnt it. So, but that's the beauty of the wood-fired ovens, is they're so quick compared to this. You know, this is 5 or 6 minutes. Now, don't look in the top because there'll be flames coming over. So while that's doing, I'm going to create another one for Lexi. So we'll create one and we'll do it in the other wood-fired oven. So just push it out. So I'm going to go through that again. Get a bit of semolina on it, push it out, get up to the edges, and then just start pulling it, stretching those edge bits. Now the middle bit will stretch itself just because of the weight. Now this ball is about 200, there you go, if you get a hole like that, because you're a bit heavy-handed, just squeeze it back up. This is about 240 grams once it's made. So 500 grams of flour and that water will make you 4 balls of 240 grams, which is probably the ideal size pizza for a...
Nick,
Yeah.
someone's raised a question.
Yeah.
They keep burning their base. Any tips?
Yeah, you're burning your base because because you're still trying to cook the top. Now you need to get your egg hot, and then it will all cook together. If you haven't got your egg hot, then the base will cook faster than the top, and so that's why you're burning your base. Otherwise, it may also be because you haven't got a gap between you. If you read the American sites, they quite often put the convector with the feet down, and then people put their baking stone on top of that. The heat transfers through, and you end up burning the base. So the best way is have the feet up, get your egg nice and clean, stainless steel grid on the top and then the baking stone. So you've got a good gap between those two and you shouldn't burn the base.
So someone's just asked, do you ever use shop-bought frozen dough balls?
Yeah, no reason why you shouldn't use shop-bought frozen dough balls. Della Vita make their own, they're organic.
Are they saying that they
Yeah.
do turmeric ones?
Yeah, they do turmeric, they do
all
a charcoal one, there's all sorts out there. So yeah, no reason why you can't do it, but it's not difficult to do. Somebody's enjoying their pizza. So here's ours, look, cooking away. Getting a nice crisp on the edge because of that semolina, puffing up nicely. Base hopefully isn't burnt. I'll have a look. I'm probably letting all the heat out now doing this, so the best thing is not to keep looking at it. But if you look at the base on this,
Oh, beautiful.
beautiful. So I'm going to give that another minute, but you can see it's a lot slower on an egg than it is on one of these. Then after this, if I'm going to put another one on, I clean the baking stone. Don't leave flour or semolina on there because it's just going to burn and it will stick to your pizza.
Yep.
So I'll do one more since I burnt Lexi's. I'm going to put another log on here just to get a flame.
I don't think it's going down too bad.
No, I think she's nearly hoovered it, hasn't she? I'm going to put some tomato sauce on since that's what she
Is
wants.
that good, Lex?
Now, I'm going to make her one with rubbish cheese, just so she can see the difference. So we've got a tomato on there. I'm going to go for this cheese. Now, there's less water in it, so it will brown. What else did you have on there, Lexi? You had chorizo.
It was cheese and, you like just cheese and tomato, don't you? Or do you like the chorizo?
Do you like the chorizo? Yeah, a bit of chorizo. So this is just this is spicy chorizo as well. It's a bit thick.
So I
So
think
that one I'm going to take off.
I was going to say the key when doing a chocolate pizza is stick with dark chocolate, don't use milk chocolate.
Yeah. Right, we're going in. Can you see how easy it's coming off the peel? And that's just because it's that semolina. I'm going to come this side of you.
Sorry.
It's 12:22.
Yeah, sorry, I'm overrunning a bit. So next cook, I'm going to get that one off in a second. Next cook will be the 21st, Helena's telling me. We've got 22nd. I thought I was going to say. We've got a class in a couple of weeks, and I'm away next weekend. New products coming in. Yeah, if you get another plate, I'll. There's a plate there. I'm just going to take this other pizza off. It's distracting me. If I burn that one now, Helen's fault. Look at that. That is a great looking pizza. So all of this excess, you can just scrape out the way.
I smell it.
Yeah. Yeah. Going well. This is going to be the best one yet. Might want another plate. Oh, somebody grab another plate. So can you see on this one, if I get in, starting to cook on top, I've got that flame so we can lift it. So you can see the cheese is browning because it's that different cheese. Thank you, Lexi. Are there any other questions about how you cook pizzas on either the Rockbox or the Rockbox? I mentioned, no, I didn't say. Somebody asked how that little one compares to the Rockbox. They are very similar. I've owned a Rockbox. If anything, the Rockbox is a little bit more insulated, but doesn't come with the infrared. Doesn't come with a carry case. Doesn't, you know. It's, I think, value for money. That is amazing. 350 quid, whereas this one here is what, 1300 quid. Look at that, that's a nice pizza.
That is epic.
There you go. So how do we do?
Look good.
Any other questions,
Nice.
Helena?
No, I've asked. I haven't had anything yet.
So yeah, we're back on
22nd.
22nd. What else do we have to say? Might have a new product by then, hopefully. We've got some new aprons coming.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So we've changed the design of the aprons, so they're going to have like shoulder straps that come down instead of going a loop. It makes them more comfortable. So we're getting small leather aprons in. What else do I need to say? Thank you to all of you who've bought. We've sold quite a few eggs this week, which is lovely. We've got installs this week, so I'm not around on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Lucky me. But you can get hold of me by phone. So, well, hopefully that's helped you. We'll cook some more now because we're all going to pizza out all day. We've got another 7 pizza balls to eat. So, yeah. Anyway, have a great week. Hopefully that helps you. Any questions, just let me know. All right, cheers.